Hi guys, I thought I'd do a quick video. Really just kind of, I watched one of Sledge Daddy's videos earlier today. It's funny because I don't know anything about America. Well, I wouldn't say anything. We watch Super Bowl, yeah? You get Super Bowl here too, in the UK, we get it. Um, but I don't know that much about American football. But just watching Sledge Daddy's video earlier today, just made me think, gosh, I need to do a video about Arsenal because we experience very similar problems. So here it is. For anyone who doesn't know, um, in football, I can't call it soccer by the way, so I'm going to call it football. In football, we play the Premier League. Premier League is considered to be, in most quarters, it's considered to be the best league in the world. Um, and it's the English Football League. Um, in the English Football League, we have a Premier League trophy if you finish first, and then we have a second, a third, and a fourth, which enables you to go and play in a competition called the Champions League. Basically, essentially, it means more money for you. It's a European competition, so you're playing against other European nations and champions and people that finish second or third. Um, so it's an interesting competition as a whole. And apart from anything, very lucrative. You attract players, you attract new fans. Um, so just as a business, it's essential, especially for a club like Arsenal, that they continue to make it into the Champions League. TV deals is so important. Um, and every year, it's Arsenal's aim not to necessarily win the league, not even necessarily for the second. It's their bloody aim to finish fourth. That's the minimum requirement of a team as big as Arsenal. When I first started watching them, I was about 3, 4 years old. Um, my mum used to live in Highbury, which is the spiritual home of Arsenal. Um, so I had no choice. So I had to support Arsenal because I weren't supporting Man U. My dad supports Fulham Star. Um, and I just grew up supporting them, and I loved what their philosophy. One of our famous chants is 1-0 to the Arsenal, 1-0 to the Arsenal. It's one of my favourite chants because it's essentially saying that we used to win all of our matches 1-0. We weren't necessarily the most exciting team, but damn it, we were efficient. We, um, whereas how can I compare it? Whereas a lot of American football, a lot of it is based on offense. Defense is very important, don't get me wrong, I understand that, but a lot of it is based on offense. Um, Back in the day, in soccer, I would argue that whilst attack is extremely important, it's very important to have a good, solid team, solid defense, solid defensive midfielder who can prevent goals from going in. And one of the things that George Graham, who's a former Arsenal manager of ours, instilled in our team was the belief of knowing how to defend. That if you know how to defend, the goal will come. And usually the goal will come in the form of an Arsenal legend called Ian Wright, who would come in, wasn't necessarily a George Graham type of player, but he used to bang in goals. So George Graham had to play him. Um, and that's really what we did for a long, long time. We used to really kind of base our whole team on that. And then in 1996, an unknown Frenchman, just a guy called Arsene Wenger came up, and he became the best, most successful Arsenal manager in recent memory. In his first season, he won the Premier League and the FA Cup, which for you American guys that might know it as your team winning the Super Bowl and your regional league. I don't know how you not judge it, but yeah, it's just like winning a domestic cup and the Super Bowl in the same season. So he was a pretty big deal for a new manager to come into a big team and to do that was amazing. And not only did he do that, he completely transferred the football club, transformed the football club, I should say. He transformed it from a team that was just a solid defensive team to a team that's playing attacking football. Just football the way it should be played, on the floor, one touch, bang, 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 all the way down the field, score a goal. And it was innovative, it was something new, it made people take notice. Um, Another thing that Wenger used to do was he used to be able to go to other football teams and take a 15-year-old, to pluck them from another football team, and then about 2 years later, he becomes an absolute superstar. He's used to taking nobodies and making them into somebodies, you know? And that was all well and good from 1996. We're in 2012 now. And in 2012, unfortunately for Arsene Wenger, a few things have happened. One of them being that we've got a few more billionaire owners now, which means football clubs are spending extravagant amounts of money. Which means we're not attracting the quality of football that we should. Another one of those things that's happening is that those same football clubs are cutting on to the Arsene Wenger way. Plucking them from nowhere at a young age type. But as a young person now, money fuels everything. Are you going to come to Arsenal where you could possibly play, or collect a big paycheck, sit on the bench? And unfortunately, young people are stupid, so they go for the money and they do that rather than go to Arsenal where they can actually play games. But Wenger and the board, I blame the board, they haven't caught on to that way. They haven't been able to adapt themselves. They still believe that their way in 1996 should work in 2012. And as a result, Arsenal Football Club, a team that I dearly love, they're a top team, haven't won anything since 2005. And yes, I know exactly what you're about to say. What, and this man is still in the job? Yeah. But I don't entirely blame him. I will never be one to say that Arsene Wenger should be out. Because to be perfectly honest, you just heard me on camera say that he is the most successful Arsenal manager in recent memory. So if I was to want him out, then who is good enough for the job? So the way I see it is I can't say I want him out per se, but there needs to be some drastic changes to that football club. And it was just watching Sledgehammer's video about the Chicago Bears. It's a good watch, even though I don't know too much about American football. I actually found it quite interesting to watch. I felt like it inspired me that I've been wanting to do an Arsenal video for some time now. Being a big Arsenal fan, I've wanted to do one for some time. And I feel like I need to do a 10 steps to recovery type of video fix for Arsenal. Sorry, I am completely biting the off the road show idea. I know. But I feel it's important because for me, as an Arsenal fan, even if I just find one Arsenal fan that agrees with me, I need to be able to do it just to see how many people agree. Because for me, just as a person, I don't understand why, as a business, you would aim to be mediocre. You would aim for fourth place instead of aiming to win a competition or to win. I don't understand why every single season your business model is upon selling your biggest stars every single year. That's like the equivalent of me sitting on a six-leg chair and every year ripping a leg off. Is that a chair anymore? Why would I rip a leg off? Do I not want to be a chair? Do I not want to sit on a chair? But you question it though sometimes. As ridiculous as that example is, sometimes you think to yourself, so hold on, you're a board member who presumably likes money, and the way to guarantee money is by Arsenal winning competitions, which guarantees prize money, TV money, better quality of players, players that can attract bigger markets. Is that not money? I don't understand. But yet, in your mind, the way of self-sustaining is by continuing to sell your biggest stars and not reinvesting that money to get the next generation stars, stars that will help us carry ourselves forward. Probably a big example I could use now would be Robin Van Persie. Robin Van Persie, for anyone who doesn't know, and I'm guessing if you don't know, you're from the US, so excuse my example here, but you are talking about someone who's pretty much Eli Manning. So pretty big fucking deal. Was the Arsenal captain last year. Uh, for some reason, we waited until there was a year left in his contract before we started negotiating. Then when we did go up to him to offer him a new contract, he said, well, first of all, I want £250,000 a week. We offered him 150,000. Then he says, well, you lot don't buy people. There is no ambition. So why would I stay? So he didn't. And in Arsenal's beautiful wisdom, they decided to sell him, not just to anybody, they decided to sell him to one of our biggest rivals over the last 10 years, the Manchester United. That is Arsenal's wisdom. That is their philosophy. They got 24 million for him, for someone who has had a horrendous injury record. He's 29 years old, probably has 3 or 4 more years left. I understand that. But last year, he didn't have any injury problems. He's 29, and he's in the prime of his life right now. Prime of his career. And it pains me every time I hear that he scored for Man U. He should be scoring for us. And then at the weekend, we lost to Swansea. Don't even get me started. You probably don't know where Swansea is. We barely know where Swansea is, so I don't blame you. But yeah, we lost to Swansea at home. So that was enough for me to decide that I'm going to make a video series on 10 steps to recovery, on how I would fix Arsenal, and how I would give Arsenal's club back to the fans, because we deserve better than this. So I hope you stay tuned. I hope you like everything I put, and if you don't understand anything I put, then don't worry about it. And I will try and make it as entertaining and watch as possible. Alright.